I've been practicing Kendo since September of 2004, so it'll be about 8 years, around thereabouts, eight and a half, 9 years. I didn't want to stop practicing. I started in 2004 in Oklahoma City, and my teacher moved back to Japan. And so I had two choices. One was keep practicing by myself and keep in contact with him all the time to let him know what I was doing so he could check and make sure I wasn't going crazy, or quit. And one was very hard. It's been very difficult to keep the club going, but over the time that we've been practicing, we've gained more people, gained more members, and now we have a reasonably large club for the region when there's people here to practice. And it was that or quit, if that makes sense, and I chose to keep going. And starting the club here in Tulsa was really the only thing I could do if I wanted to keep practicing Kendo. Kendo as we know it today has been around since about 1953, 1954. After the Allies lifted the sanctions on certain kinds of, you could call it conservative Japanese sports, and they were allowed to practice martial arts again, Kendo was kind of redefined. And so that's what we've been practicing since 1953. But the study of swordsmanship as a way to cultivate character has been around since about 1700s, so 18th century. The armor that we wear is twofold. One, it's protective, of course, and two, it's a striking surface. So we strike four main targets. This is the top of the head, from there to there, temple to temple, the throat, the forearms just above the wrist, and then the flanks on the sides. So the armor acts as protection for those points, as well as some other points that tend to get whacked with the practice sword, but it's also a target system to work out as well. So we don't wear armor anywhere that we're not going to be attacked in Kendo. Kendo has a lot of culture and tradition behind it. It focuses a lot on the art aspect of martial arts. You can't use Kendo to hurt another person on the street or anything like that. It's fencing. So everything that we practice in the dojo is meant to improve us as people, not necessarily improve us as fighters or killers or things like that. So in that regard, the practice of Kendo deals a lot with etiquette, how you treat other people, how you should be expected to behave in public, and things like that. How to conduct yourself as a human being. That's the main thing about Kendo. Kendo teaches people how to cultivate themselves through swordsmanship. And what that means is, as you practice Kendo, you get to develop as a human being, not just as a sword person, swordswoman, swordsman. So the goal is to improve yourself as a person through very, very tough practice, and you get a better appreciation for the world around you, life, and us in general. That's what Kendo does.